Hello, you're here tonight with me, Fluffy Tail Expert, the America's favorite absolute autist. I'm going to be getting the other two in here in just a second. I am joined again tonight by Food Network and Redinadad. How are you guys doing tonight?
What's up, guys? I'm fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, you feeling good? You got to
I'm
go on
I'm feeling primed and ready to
Primed,
go.
perhaps Metroid Prime.
Dude, I cannot wait for Metroid Prime 4. Goddamn.
All right, let's try to fucking replicate what we got last night. Let's try to get some people in here. Tell your friends, tell your kid, tell your priest, tell your fucking marriage counselor.
Tell your boyfriend's girlfriend. Everyone needs to know.
Everyone needs to hear the good word. I will not stop until I become America's favorite robot catboy.
Well, I mean, you're already the most influential catboy in footwear right now.
Humbly, I might say that.
Yeah. If you were to be humble, if you dared go down that rod.
Go down what?
If you dared go down that rod.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Got my headphones all fucked up. Give me a second. Bear with me, Chad. I'm a disaster. Alright, let's maybe fucking cut away from the title screen. Let's fucking... Hey, Nero, you're here bright and early. We're looking for a game to capture. We're capturing another Metroid 2 remake again. I think we might finish this bad boy tonight.
Oh, we're capturing.
We're down to like 30.
Capturing is definitely the word. We're capturing so many moments.
Oh my god, so many fucking moments. Oh, I need to check in, actually, with tonight's special guest. Because I'm trying to establish comms
Who's that?
with Dylan Byers. We haven't got an email back from Chris Chan yet.
No, I think that will come soon, though.
You know, I'm going to give it another day, honestly.
It was delicately worded, and we were being polite.
Offering him a book deal. I love how Dylan Byers went live to show himself, like, taking a huge bong rip.
That's like all he does.
Oh
wait,
shit,
what
Jewish
the fuck?
Legless has entered the chat.
Charles,
Why?
I found this thing called a stellar intelligence.
God fucking
What?
damn it. I check on Dylan Byers for 2 seconds, and there's already some wacky shit going on. Go on with your nonsense, Isaac.
I was saying I found this thing in No Man's Sky called a stellar intelligence, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's floating around in space, and I can't really interact with it.
What the fuck?
I don't even know what the fuck's going on with No Man's Sky, like, at all times.
Like, it looks like a big ass brain cell, like floating in space.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, those.
try scanning it, maybe. I don't know. They've added a lot of weird shit that you can find in space that I haven't found yet.
Well, I like walked up to it, and it was like, "Oh, you're like being hailed," and it like said one thing. And my only response was to end the transmission, or my only op, and that was all.
Huh.
And it like said some random gibberish, and that was it. And now it's just floating, spinning in space.
Relatable.
Interesting.
Like, the reason I'm interested in it is because this seems very similar to what I was reading about happens before you find the egg that turns into a living ship.
God damn it! I was trying to keep that a surprise for Kyrie.
Oh shit! Well, you should have told me, man.
Yeah,
Well,
I've barely played. I have not even gotten past the tutorial.
Well, it's a fucking slog of a tutorial, man.
Yeah, half the time I kind of space out and just check on Animal Planet.
And like as soon as the tutorial's over, the game gets like 10 times more fun. It's great.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was fun, like, exploring the rest of my system. It's just that I rolled a fucking terrible system. Like, every planet that I have access to right now is just various flavors of fuck.
Yeah, I have one that's pretty cool, but it didn't
Yeah.
have great resources or anything.
I mean, we have a great resource known as death.
Yeah. Our most valuable resource is time and friendship, man.
Alright.
I mean, I've played enough Final Fantasy to know that.
Oh, dude, I got lucky and I got a ringed planet in my second system too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Cool.
I've found a ringed planet in every system I've been to,
Oh, really?
which is kind of lame, yeah.
All I know is when they first added them, they were pretty rare.
The game didn't launch with ringed planets?
It didn't launch
No.
with a lot of shit.
Yeah, but that's a little surprising, honestly.
I mean, we still
Yes.
don't have gas giants. We still don't have, like, fucking
Wait,
all kinds of shit.
we still don't have gas giants?
I mean, there are
yes,
stars, but like that's different. It's
Yeah,
like
we don't have
a
stars.
gas giant that's flaming. I mean, there are stars, you just can't go to them.
Yeah, so there's no stars. There's a light source.
But I'm saying like you can't really go to a star anyways. You'd fucking die before you got there.
Well, I mean, not really, man. Like in Elite Dangerous, you can fucking like scoop fuel from like
Oh, that's
You know,
fucking
like-
cool.
from like 10 or 20,000 kilometers away.
Roll up and grab some fucking hydrogen.
Yeah, dude.
That's Elite Dangerous though. It's different.
It is in fact
Well, I
a different
mean-
game. He has a point.
Remember how when Todd, or not, I almost said Todd Howard. Fucking what's his name? Sean Marie said that like the fucking physics and periodic table of No Man's Sky are different.
Yeah, but there's no periodic table. He was fucking pulling shit out of his ass.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you, and it's literally the same fucking elements, like fucking plutonium and shit.
Yeah, there's hydrogen, oxygen, helium, and yeah.
Yeah. There used to be a lot more made up shit when the game first came out.
Well, there's more made up shit, but you can't, like, a lot of it's rare, and, like, we haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when the game first came out, a lot of the like main things that you used were like made up words,
Oh, yeah.
weren't they? Wasn't there like one thing that was pretty common that you used for like crafting called like Morkite or some shit like that?
No, the only one that I could think of is Thamium 9.
Oh yeah, Thamium 9, that's a good example. And then I feel like there was one that was like there were a couple that were like the same as like Earth elements, but with like a few letters changed or something.
Yeah, there's
So instead of like plutonium, it'd be like plutonium.
Plutonium.
No, it was always plutonium, but yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
know. I
a
was
good
just
example.
I was just making a joke example.
I fucking love it. Plutonium.
Have you got any unanium?
Oh, dude, did you ever see the movie Avatar? Like with the blue people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what the name of the element that they're trying to mine under their tree is?
Wasn't it unobtainium or some shit?
Yeah, it's
It
unobtainium.
was. That's
Yeah.
that movie
Jesus.
keeps
It's
that movie
amazing.
keeps impressing me with how fucking stupid it can be.
Yeah, I know. I mean, some parts of that movie are pretty cool, and for the time, that was worth some pretty amazing computer graphics. But yeah, it's a pretty.
I feel like
dumb
I
movie.
feel like it could have been a lot cooler if it wasn't just like a dumb popcorn flick and they actually fucked around with the setting a little bit because it's got cool concepts in there. You got
Yeah, it's just modern Fern Gully.
yeah, but it doesn't
I
have
have no
Tim
idea what
Curry.
Fern
So
Gully is.
you son of a
Oh, you've never
bitch, are
seen
you
Fern Gully?
serious?
Fern Gully is like this Disney animation where it's like a fucking like a dude who's out like a logger or something gets turned into like a fairy and like gets to like live amongst like the animals in the forest and like learn the like importance of the environment, the ecosystem, how it all works and shit.
That's why I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, but
It's got Tim Curry playing some kind of amorphous smog being.
yeah, and Robin Williams is a bat that raps.
Okay, now I'm going to have to watch it.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a movie night.
It's great. Yeah, I love that movie.
Didn't one of
But
you
yeah,
had one?
Avatar is pretty much the same thing. Instead of getting turned into a fairy, he gets turned into one of the indigenous blue people.
He gets turned into a member of the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, instead of being a logger, he's part of like the military who's there to like
Well,
secure the territory.
isn't
for
it
mining
like-
and shit.
Isn't it like he's using some kind of fucking like genome that was specifically created for his bro?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, it's like so that all the like Avatar things are like they're like genetically made for each individual person.
Yeah, but
And like since his brother died, they got him to do it instead. He's not like a soldier or anything. He's just like a random cripple.
in the Spice
And
Rack
then he
War.
like agrees to it because he wants to be able to walk again, essentially.
Yeah.
And then
He
like
wants to be able to
his
fuck again.
yeah. And once he like gets into the body, they're like, okay, so your job is to go out here, befriend the people, and then convince them to fuck off, and like get out of that tree so that we can jack all their minerals.
The
And then he like goes
resources.
and fucks one of them and like changes his mind.
It's like, man, that's some pretty good blussy.
Yeah.
It always comes down to
Pretty
pussy
much.
on this channel.
Do you remember how they would like they tied their ponytails together?
Yeah, that shit was cool, actually.
Yeah, but you know what was funny about it? Like, but what was weird though, right? Is like
It's how they have sex, right?
before that in the movie. What? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like before that in the movie, he was doing that with like that animal and shit. So it's like, was he fucking that animal?
No, that's how they, like, telepathically link or some bullshit. They explain it in the movie.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
but he
still,
doesn't. It's done both to like telepathically communicate with animals and also to have sex
To
with another
bone.
Navi. So it's a little weird,
Yeah.
but like bestiality is a very important part of a lot of indigenous cultures. So like, fuck it.
Well, I mean, there's different fluids
Yeah,
for
American
different
culture.
fucking situations, man.
All right, so you're saying this is the equivalent of like establishing a mental link with a horse by putting your dick in it, but it's all right because you didn't
Yeah,
pre
it's
like
the
you
equivalent
would.
of like that law in Texas where it's like if you're out alone for however much time, you can have sex with your horse. You know.
I mean, what we're not considering right now is that it's alien biology, so it very well could serve two different purposes, and it wouldn't be
it's
like
still-
sticking your dick in a horse.
It's still
Oh, well,
kind
yeah,
of
I'm
weird.
I'm pretty sure that they like do the brain link thing and also like dick down normally too at the same time.
Yeah, it's still weird using the same organ for both of those things.
Oh,
That's
it's
like,
really fucking weird.
God, what
I
if our
mean, they
pe-
could.
I wish our penises were that useful. I can have sex and train my dog.
Yeah. Oh god. Dude just fucking looked at me in such a sour way. I was like, you son of a bitch. That's why you like cuddling.
Nothing wrong with a good old wholesome doggy cuddle. Would you fucking stop? Would you stop?
I mean, I like
It's like
my dog, man.
instead of like masturbating, you're doing that, and it's like, oh, I'm like getting off and learning Beethoven's Fifth Symphony at the same time.
See, that's
Dude,
the
that's
dream.
just what I do on a regular basis.
Elon Musk needs to either get on that or cat girls, preferably cat girls. But if he could make some kind of
He
jack off
promised cat
powered,
girls though, so that has to come first.
yeah, he's not gonna make good on that promise. He's too much of a fucking normie. He thought Kaguru was a cat girl when she is clearly a fucking wolf, and anybody who's played a single Toho game would know that. So Elon Musk is a fake weeb.
I love how the only thing Isaac heard from that was Elon Musk is a fake weed.
Very nice. Well, I mean, I don't know. Isaac's not gonna know about this important shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it's not widespread information. He legit went on public record stating that he promised cat girls, man.
He can't tell the difference between a cat girl and a wolf girl, so how do we trust him with that, though?
Well, he's smart enough to, like, learn to discern the difference, man.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all think this guy's gonna put us on Mars, but he hasn't even played a single Toho game, so... I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think that's good. He'd probably have a less of a chance of getting us to Mars if he was just fucking completely immersed in the Toho universe.
Doesn't even know about the half ghosts.
Oh my god, that shit is crazy, dude. The world tree and the seasons and shit.
Yeah, you were asking me about my campaign idea with like the Yamato no Orochi and shit, and it was basically ripped off of that game wholesale. I just came up with it because I needed something for my paid DMing.
I'd like to get Zane in on that situation too.
I was never very good at DMing, but I always really liked designing maps and stuff.
Oh, I'm fucking ass at designing maps. I'm learning that now because I'm working on a fucking strategy RPG, and this shit's hard.
Dude, my roommate was like way into like DMing and making maps and shit. He made this crazy map that seriously had like weather systems and like fucking like tectonic plates like all laid out and shit.
Oh, that's when you start getting into the real shit, when you got like moving parts. I remember I didn't design it myself, but I ran quite a few maps that would have like rotating discs and shit, so you'd pull levers and it would completely rearrange hallways and shit. And it completely...
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's good dungeon design right there, man.
Yeah, Emerald Spire's pretty fun to run through, but I've literally never fucking finished it with people because we keep getting like sidetracked with random shit.
Emerald Spire, you say?
Yeah, it's like a 13-floor super dungeon that I've ran
I
quite
want to do the fucking, what is it, the Crystal Shard trilogy, honestly.
Crystal Shard trilogy, you say?
Yeah, it's Icewind Dale, Drizzt, you know.
What edition does that come in?
Fuck. I mean, it's printed for all editions past 2E, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, I'm pretty sure we just kit bash a 3.51 for Pathfinder.
Well, yeah, we could just, you know, base it off the 3rd edition version, which I think is, like, the best one.
3.5 is where D&D peaked. Everything after that was, you know, disasters in different ways.
Is like, the fucking... The modules that they've released for 5th edition are fucking awesome, dude. It's just a shame that 5th edition sucks so bad.
I mean, you can't really appreciate...
I mean, 5th edition's 10 times better than 4th edition, though.
Anything is better than 4th
edition.
edition.
But...
I mean, even then, I don't know. 4th edition at least has, like, stupid charm, and I can see myself using it for some kind of weird, like, Sword Art Online sort of bullshit, because it plays like an MMO. 5th edition is just 3.5th edition, but terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, like, 4th edition just seems so canned to me. Like, all the classes seem so bland. There's, like, very little, like, class build diversity.
Oh,
there's like a little bit of diversity, but it's MMO diversity where you have like 4 or 3 different like roles.
Children.
And so was 5th edition.
Well, yeah, but 5th edition they were kind of trying to like make it for all ages rather than it being just like oh, this is for children to get into D&D.
That's
Mhm.
that's what 5th edition is. It's a start. It's basically a fucking starter system.
Kyrie, what's the name of that sci-fi tabletop RPG that's like it has?
Oh,
like,
the one I
star in
talk
the
about
name?
all the time?
Oh, the
No,
Traveler.
it's like it's it's called like Star Forge or some shit like that.
Ah, fucking,
Probably not gonna know what this is.
It's really good. This is what my roommate played a lot of.
I think it's Starlight.
Something like that, yeah.
Rainbow
I know
Bright.
exactly what you're
seemed-
talking about.
It seemed really fucking sick. Like he told me this story about how like there was like this fish race, like octopus race, like cephalopods, and they could like fit through like pipes and stuff, like how actual cephalopods can, because they don't have bones, so they can just like crunch themselves up super tiny and like slide through stuff.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I really like Traveler a lot because, like, fucking by the time you hit, like, session 1, you already have, like, a fully, like, fleshed out character backstory and shit, and it's not like it's just given to you, but you actually, like, I don't think I've told you about this, Isaac, but like, creation in Traveler is, like, a little game unto itself.
I think you
like
just
you're-
loosely described it to me.
Like you're rolling these dice and like choosing what careers you want and shit, and there's all these like effect tables and all these like
Yeah.
cool fucking variables and shit, but it's not like number crunching. Like it actually feels natural and very cool.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the how you build your character in Mountain Blade. Like at the beginning, it's like, oh, as a child, you grew up in, and then you pick like a place where you grew up, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, so as a child growing up here, you had a lot of exposure to this and this and this. Did you like take a job at the blacksmith shop, become like a page at the court, or like this whole list of like early like apprenticeship careers, you know?
That's really cool.
Oh wait, before that, it's like it asks like what your parents did. And then it like asks, it's like where were you born? What did your parents do? What did you do growing up? And then it's like what did you do in your like younger years? And then why are you setting out on adventure? It's pretty cool.
Right.
Cyberpunk 2020
And, like,
had some shit like that too.
Yeah, for sure. Even the like computer cyberpunk games have a slightly similar thing.
Man,
play
we
any
should
of those?
fucking
The
No, I played
cyberpunk-
Shadowrun.
Oh god, no!
Or
you never,
yes,
you
excuse,
never played
excuse me,
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. That's what I was talking about. Shadowrun, the
Shadowrun has some
fucking-
pretty fucking good games.
Shadowrun has amazing video games, dude.
yeah.
Ever since
dude,
the
I got
fucking
'em for-
Sega
they were
Genesis,
all
they've been holding
free.
it down.
All the newer ones were free on the Epic Games Store recently, and I got them.
Oh, those ones are tight, dude. The trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Fuck yeah.
Shadowrun,
I still need to crack
Shadowrun
those
Chinatown or whatever.
Hong Kong was the one I got.
Shadowrun Hong Kong.
Hong Kong was the one I
Yeah.
got super into. They're very fucking faithful to the tabletop. I dig it. For some reason, you can't play
Yeah.
as like certain things, like physical adepts and shit. I think no, physical adepts were fine. It was stuff like gunslinger adepts and whatnot. But I digress. And technomancers for some reason. But other than that, it's.
No, I think you could play as a Technomancer.
I remember them being absent in one game or something. I don't know. I just
They were
remember
at least
there's
in the
some
first
shit.
one.
There's some shit missing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
very
usually
faithful,
played-
but
They usually played Street Samurai or whatever it was called.
oh yeah, Street Samurai's busted, dude.
I mean, you get those cybernetics that let you move like 8 different times in a single turn, and then everybody can take their move.
Yeah, that's part of why I liked the classes, because it was a nice midpoint between like a combat class and like a tech-based class.
Yeah, so Isaac, if you're into those kind of isometric, like real-time with pause games, you should definitely check out some of the Infinity Engine shit.
Oh yeah, I've heard some good shit. Have you played XCOM, dude?
Not yet. I really want
Oh,
to.
dude,
though.
you'd love XCOM.
I played
I'm
a
sure I
little
would.
bit of the new spin-off one. That's the only one I've checked out so far.
Oh man, they're all.
But is it
great.
okay? So is XCOM RTS or is it real time with pause though?
It's real time with pause, essentially.
It's turn-based.
Fuck yeah.
Like, kinda. It's like turn-based with like some mechanics like that. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, it'll be like one example of like the mechanics is like, say you're like moving through a map and there'll be like an enemy with like a kind of like scanning field of view, and if like you can like pick like the line of movement for your character, like to go around it, or you can tell them to go through that like panning field of view of the enemy and like try and time it so that way you move when they're like looking away.
So
fucking
like
tight.
shit like that.
So they're like turn-based components and like active movement components like at the same time.
I like the Chimera Squad where they added like fucking these like crazy ass breaching sequences and whatnot. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that shit's cool. One of my favorite parts about that game though is just like all the like little side shit you can do to customize the characters that like just to like kind of make each member of the squad feel unique, you know?
Yeah.
And then you can make like propaganda posters for your teams and stuff.
But you could do
That
that?
shit's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. I didn't get to that.
Yeah,
I can't be on. My PC can't run it too well, so I got like stuck on this boss fight that has a lot of particle effects.
Yeah, there's also this like fan-made game that a lot of people kind of consider to be the successor, because they hadn't released a game in a really long time. This was before the most recent, and that one's really good too. It has a lot of cool shit.
Fuck off of me. This is not
Man,
safe.
we really are like a fucking like a book club for video games, aren't we?
Yeah, that's basically what we are. Thank y'all for tuning in. What archetypes do we all fill?
You mean in terms of the Arcana?
In terms of the book club. But also the Arcana, sure.
I mean, Isaac's the fucking Hierophant, hands down.
Did my shit cut out again?
Isaac, have you played any of the Persona or SMT games?
No, I've watched some playthroughs though.
They're pretty good.
What do you mean pretty good,
They're
dude?
pretty good.
We've been jerking those games off for like 3 years now.
I mean, yeah, I played Persona 3 and it changed my life when I finally got around to beating it.
Those games
What's
are
the-
like...
What's the one
It
that's
take-
like kind of similar to Persona, but it has like platforming levels in between, like Catherine or something like that?
Oh, Catherine? I don't know how similar that is to Persona. It was just also made by Atlas.
I don't know. The characters gave me similar vibes.
Well, it's in the same continuity.
Is it?
Yeah, like Yusuke's and Catherine and shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, I did not know that.
That's too much Yusuke.
I fucking love Yusuke, dude. It doesn't help that he's voiced by Matt Mercer either. I just figured
really
that
hinders
out.
It was kind of immediate for me because he has the Matt Mercer voice.
I was not that familiar with Matt Mercer.
I mean, he's got one voice, so when you figure it out, it's super easy to like, oh, that's Matt Mercer. He's on his shit again. Oh, look, he sounds just like Ryoma. Must be Matt Mercer.
I don't know, man, like, cause he voiced 2 different characters in Pillars of Eternity, and neither of them used the Matt Mercer voice.
I don't know. I've only been exposed to his outings in like weeb shit, like Fire Emblem and Persona, and he just uses the same voice on all of those. It's all Crom all the time.
Well, he's typecast in those games, so I feel like
I don't like that.
he always plays the pretty boy, so that voice kind of fits.
Yeah, they need to quit making him voice hot characters. It really confuses my hatred for him.
Kyrie, did you ever play Lord of the Rings, War in the
Lord of the Rings, what now?
War in the North?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, that shit was fucking cool, dude.
Oh man, that game was tight. It was kind of like a Lord of the Rings Diablo game.
So I haven't really played Diablo.
Oh man,
It
Diablo
wasn't
was
really like that. It was like a.
Was it a
Well,
looter
I just
shooter?
mean
Hard to fucking
like the
describe.
like you can there were like difficulty levels and shit like that, and you could replay it with the same gear and grind out better shit. That's why I thought it was like Diablo.
I gotta slurp some drink real quick. Be right back.
That game was fucking cool, dude. Like, it had couch co-op and shit.
Yeah, shit was sick.
Was there a fourth character, or was it just 3?
It was 3, but you couldn't even play 3 characters at the same time. Couch co-op.
Really?
It was yeah, it was only for online that you could play all 3.
That kind of sucks, because I remember us having a fucking blast just playing 2 characters. I think I liked playing the elf chick.
Yeah, I played the dwarf if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that game was cool, man. I
Yeah,
liked all the little characters and shit. It was actually well written for a Lord of the Rings, like a licensed Lord of the Rings game.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the shit in there is like stuff that's from like the Silmarillion and other Tolkien books. Like, you remember Bellerand, the like big bird
Yeah.
dude? He,
Yeah, all
there's
the
a
shit was
Tolkien. There's a Tolkien book called The Lays of Bellerand that's about him because he used to be a human knight or some shit.
yeah, he was like Gandalf's boy or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Gandalf's all intimate with the birds and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was fucking awesome.
It was actually canon to the Lord of the Rings universe and shit. It all felt very canon.
Yeah.
Charles, am I bad at Metroid?
Yeah, you are. You're bad at a lot of things, man. It's okay. We're here to help you.
Thanks.
But the things you're good at are so much more.
I have things I'm good at.
I mean, just fucking take a compliment, man. Don't put me on the spot.
I guess I'm sort of good at the Yakuza games, but that's just because I play them literally every fucking waking hour of my existence now.
Well, just keep in mind that the ultimate goal is to be like water, and you're pretty damn close.
Talk to me like I'm a 4-year-old. Humbly, I might say, I'm the most influential person in footwear right now.
I love that Kanye's watching us now with Kate.
What? Oh yeah, Kanye's just kind of there now. I don't really feel like removing him. This is what he means when he says that he still watches Pornhub.
As in, he watches over Pornhub. He's protecting us.
Jesus Christ. Isaac, you ever play Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah, a bit. If I'm thinking of the correct game, that's like the kind of like turn-based, like dungeon crawler roguelike thing, right?
Yeah, it's got some roguelike shit going on, definitely.
Like it kind of has like a little bit of like a 2D Dark Souls aesthetic to it.
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of like a 2D Dark Souls or Bloodborne sort of feel.
But that
dude,
combat is
have you
fucking
played-
awesome, dude.
Have you played Salt and Sanctuary?
What Sanctuary?
Salt and Sanctuary?
I have not.
That is 2D side scroller Dark Souls, straight up. It's like supposed to be that, and it's got direct co-op.
Nice.
Man, I just felt like that shit just wasn't very enjoyable, if I'm being completely honest, man. Like, I tried.
I mean, it's just like you kind of got to get used to the platforming of it.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I eventually just dropped it after a portion because, like, I don't.
The main thing that I don't think is enjoyable about it is some of the bosses.
Yeah, that definitely diminished my overall enjoyment.
Like, some of the bosses are just bullshit.
Like, the first couple bosses you fight, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm convinced that, like, until I played Hollow Knight, I was so convinced that, like, boss fights like Dark Souls could not exist in, like, a side-scroller format.
Yes, they can.
Just because of what that game showed me.
I mean, there was one thing that I never saw you quite get down, and that was like the dodge rolling, like where you go through enemies.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel intuitive, man. Like, the movement's just not right to me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it kind of like breaks down your like normal intuitive ideas of what like a 2D platformer is because it has Dark Souls-esque combat mechanics to it, you know? So
Well, yeah, I was trying to play it more like a Dark Souls than a platformer.
But that's the thing, it's not really either one, it's like both. You really gotta kind of like forget what you know about either one and just kind of learn it as a new thing. It's weird. And honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, the PC controls are a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know.
The
It's
controller
like-
controls were always awkward to me.
I really like the atmosphere and, like, the look of the game and shit, but I don't know. I'll try to get back into it at some point, but fuck, man.
I would recommend just kind of like, I don't know, just like going into it with a mindset of like, when something happens, be like, okay, what can I do? Like, try and figure out what you're doing wrong. Because like 80% of the time, it's because you're doing something fucked up, you know, like timing-wise.
Well, that's what I
and stuff
do in
like
all
that.
my video games, but fuck, man, like,
You gotta
I just
analyze.
couldn't.
But I mean, that one's like a lot more subtle. I mean, like, you really gotta like think about like the timing of attacks and like when to dodge and stuff like a lot more. It's weird.
God, what fucking noise are the cats making?
And also, you kind of gotta learn that like, it's kind of like Cuphead in the sense. Did you ever play any Cuphead?
No.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Well, there are like different attacks that you're supposed to deal with in different ways. There's like this thing that's kind of like a parry, where like an attack will turn pink, and you're supposed to jump and press a button, and it like deflects the attack.
Fucking see.
It's kind of like a similar thing in Salt and Sanctuary, where it's like, okay, do I block this attack? Do I jump over this attack? Or do I really shoot to avoid this attack?
Yeah, I was starting to get some of that, and I felt like I got it, and I don't know, man. I'll go back to it. Fucking, maybe I'll love it, but I don't know.
Alright, we're down to a chufty 2 Metroids left in this sector.
Also, what class were you playing when you played it?
I have no fucking idea. It wasn't very memorable. I really liked the Plague Doctor boss.
Oh yeah, that dude's fun. That's one of my favorite bosses in the game. That was like the boss that I remember fighting and being like, okay, I get this game now, because he has a bit of that whole thing where it's like he has like each of his spells move in like a different way that like requires like a different method of dodging to like effectively avoid it.
I don't remember an area like this in the original Metroid 2.
Yeah,
this is very atmospheric.
I can't fucking see, but yeah. I think the first time I actually got Soulsborne games, like in general, like it actually fucking clicked in my head. I think that was by the time we like, fuck, which boss was it? The first time
Martyr Ligarius.
Nah, it wasn't. It was before Martyr Ligarius, actually. It was that motherfucker that came out of the moon portal, and he was like made of a bunch of corpses and shit.
Oh, the one reborn.
Yeah, because that was the first one I actually managed to fuck up by myself without you carrying me, or exploiting some ridiculous bullshit like we did with fucking Vicar Amelia.
Oh, that was fun as fuck.
Vicar Amelia.
So, Isaac, we had this whole ridiculous anime arc, right, where we could not beat Vicar Amelia. Like, fucking Kyrie ran out of insight, like, 3 times over and shit, so we went and, like, we went and did Bloodstar and Witches of Fenwick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then someone in chat, like, gave us a chalice dungeon glyph that would give you, like, 33,000 XP by just walking in and leaving.
What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dude.
So we did that, like, 10 times and leveled up a bunch, and then we went back into Vicar Amelia's room and just fucking curb stomped her ass, dude.
That's hilarious.
It was fucking beautiful. I encourage you to, like, peruse those Bloodborne VODs.
Oh yeah, they were all genuinely fucking ridiculous. I don't think they're up right now. We're gonna be putting them back up on the YouTube channel when we actually do that. You know, Lou's working on some little special features, like a montage of all of our co-steps.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be like an hour-long video in and of itself.
Yeah. Get on my bacon.
Isaac, is it normal to kind of want to smash Ricardo? God, I remember there were some places that we could get with these fucking speakers. I just gotta figure it out.
Charles.
Yeah.
How do you get the advanced mining laser?
You just fucking craft it.
Like, where do you get, like, don't you need to get, like, blueprints from somewhere or something?
You can get it from the space anomaly. Or just the space station, I think.
What are these
You can buy them with
things, by the
nanites.
way?
You know, I've been noticing I see a lot less, like, structures, like, you know, like the little outposts and shit.
Well, yeah, they decrease the frequency a little bit, and they increase the variety.
That's cool.
That's a good. Charles, what are these like floating skull things, by the way?
I don't know, man.
Like
I said, I think you're farther than I've ever gotten in the game.
I just discovered that like when you step on their heads, they kind of sink down to the floor. Poor lads. Poor fucking guy.
But what were you saying about sexy Vicar Amelia?
Is it normal to want to smash that?
I mean, yeah.
All right, good.
I mean, let's get Isaac's opinion first.
Oh yeah, Vicar Amelia's hot. Most of the women in Bloodborne are hot.
Yeah,
We're talking wolf form,
I
though.
wanted to fuck the shit out of that doll. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Gehrman said you could.
He did it too.
We had a couple pretty good arcs with the doll, honestly.
Oh my god, Isaac. We were in the fucking Nightmare Frontier, and fucking he summoned me, but I didn't know that we had opposing Covenant runes equipped.
I became a
So we
vile blood.
fucking engaged in a PvP match, and I fucking destroyed.
You didn't destroy me. We went back and forth for like a good 15 minutes, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. So you got a bunch of free
Well, you
hits
weren't
off.
trying.
I wasn't trying to actually fight you. Also, I didn't want to kill you. I was very sentimental and weird about it.
You're the one permanently losing your blood vials, man.
Go fuck yourself. You had the same access to that fucking chalice farm that I did. I held back because I didn't want to hurt you, Charles. Fuck.
Charles, did you like explain to him like the whole thing of like how there are certain points in the game where you need to like buy a fuck ton of blood vials before they like go up in price?
No, I didn't know they go up in price, actually.
Yeah, it's like but as you go through the game, they get more expensive from the like people at the Hunter's Dream, the like little helper things with hats.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, so it's like before you go to like certain areas, it's good to like go and buy as many as you can before you progress, because they'll like double the price.
Holy shit, that's really useful.
They did feel a little expensive.
Yeah, they're towards the end.
Well, I mean, we were buying a lot of them because we were fighting fucking ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they start at like, what is it, like 250 souls or whatever?
No, they start lower than that because they end up at 400.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they ended up in like 1,500 at the end.
No.
A little bit less than
Did
that.
they?
No, it was a little bit less than that, but I think a little bit more than 400, because, you know, I'd go and I'd grind those 330,000 souls. Not 330, but like 33,000 souls, alright? Then I'd go buy blood vials, and I'd get roughly like 42. So it was a little bit more than 40, I think, if I can do basic math, which is debatable.
Wait, I think it was 800 actually at the end.
Might have been something like that.
Yeah. That's cool though, and it's also smart on the developers fucking on that side.
Well, it's scaling, bro.
Yeah, but it's the good kind.
I just like that I accidentally triggered like the end game before we went through the old Hunter's Dream DLC. So the entire time that was going on, just anytime we'd go to the fucking Hunter's Dream, we'd be on fire. I'm making it.
I love that.
To leave a stove on by any chance? Fuck, I have no idea where to go. I'm a little lost. Chat, help.
I wanna be boys, clean my pole. I wanna get lost in your pussy hole and drift away. I'm on a pretty boy, so clean my pole. I wanna get lost in your pussy hole and simp away.
I don't like how emotional that last one was.
And simp away.
What am I doing wrong? Yeah.
First, you must ask what you're doing right.
I don't know, man. Yeah, nobody here has played. Does anybody actually play Metroid games?
I do.
That's a good point. When you said I'm further than you've ever been in this. Are you talking about Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid 2.
Are you talking about Metroid 2 in general, or the remake?
Yeah, Metroid 2 in general. Well, no, AM2R, because AM2R is a little, yeah, it's way different. Because I did get pretty far in Game Boy Metroid 2, but I had to stop, because it was starting to hurt my eyes and ears.
Like most Game Boy games.
Well, I could play fucking Pokemon Gold and Silver till the cows come home. But at the same time, those had like actually melodic and interesting soundtracks and like, sound chips capabilities. And this on the Game Boy, it was just a bunch of bleeps and bloops.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like it sounded like silver apples at the moon at points. Like, I'm not shit.
I don't like
Have
the
you
ones
heard that, Kyrie?
I have not.
It's count yourself lucky, maybe? I don't know. It's an
That's pretty
experience.
Okay, this is the last Metroid of this area. We're making progress, but this is one of the ones with disgusting long dangle legs.
It's
Oh,
like
those fucking suck, dude.
Silver Apples of the Moon is essentially like Captain Beefheart, just like walking up to a synthesizer and like slapping his cock on it.
Captain Beefheart's fucking cool, though.
Some of the shit was, some of it was retarded. Like, have you heard like the stories about like how that shit like got made?
No.
So, Captain Beefheart wasn't a musician. He literally had no clue how music theory worked. He would just like suggest random retarded shit, and like all the other people in the band would be like,
Sure. So we
I guess we gotta fucking find a way to make this work.
So this was
So
literally just
they
Tim.
would so they would like somehow find a way to turn like the random ramblings of Captain Beefheart into like songs. Barely in
And-
some cases, very well in others. Like Tropical Hot Dog Night, that's a pretty good song. But then there's shit on, what's it called? Trout Mask something?
Yeah,
Trout
Trump
Mask
Mask
Replica.
Replica.
Yeah, and like there's a part on it where he's just like, and the moon, and the sun, and the sky, and the bird. And like all the music in the background is just like so random and like out of tune with one another and like out of like rhythm with one another. It's just chaos.
I have to go back and listen to that, honestly.
It's retarded, honestly. Like some parts of it are okay, but for the most part, it's just insanity.
I honestly kind of like the beginning track, though.
I mean, it has some cool parts at the beginning where it's like, and like I like when it's like actual music with like little discordant bits thrown in there, you know? Like I think that's really wonky, you know? It's like kind of like being like on like a vehicle with like uneven sized tires, so it's like rocking back and forth in like in a rhythmic way, you know? I think that's cool. But like the parts where it's just everything is discordant, it's just like doesn't make sense. You know?
I don't know, man. Have you heard Bitches Brew?
Oh God.
Bitches Brew has a level of like consistency to it in a weird way though.
Oh, it does in every fucking way, but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what's his fuck? That's what Captain Black. That's what I'm saying. Because he didn't go into it with an idea of creating something like that. He just like imagine if like you Chaplin took shit and was like musical notes, you know, and then he was just like shitting his hand and flinging it at the wheel and like pointing it at the wrist of his like band members and being like, do that.
Whereas Bitches Brew, it's as if he took shit and carefully picked out what he wanted,
The
and
best
then
corn
threw the
kernels.
rest at the wall.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the only like I was saying, the only reason the Captain Beefheart songs have like any semblance of like actual musicality to them is because the other people in the band who actually were lifelong musicians were like, I think we can find a way to force this.
Well, I
into
mean,
something."
listen, Isaac, we have a catchphrase on this channel, okay? Separate the art from the artist.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
let me
literally
finish.
never
Like,
do that, Charles.
The other members of the band saw it as like a musical challenge to try and make all the crazy shit he said into music. So it wasn't like they disliked each other or anything. I'm just kind of joking when I give like the whole sigh of them being like, I guess we're this.
Yeah,
It's kind of adding comedic flair.
that's yeah. I kind of like that idea, honestly. Like if I had a fucking absolute weirdo like that.
He sounds like just Tim.
Well, I mean, if he was an actually cool person to hang out with,
Yeah.
like
and
you,
I
for example,
understand.
Kyrie. Like you'll say some weird ass shit, and I'm like, oh, I actually understand that.
I don't know how.
Mhm.
Well,
I think
do,
I
and
think
I
my
think the
I think
music
my
is
we-
amazing.
I think my weird fucking just Japanese influenced brand of schizophrenia has rubbed off on you just enough to where you can
No, I've developed it in a vacuum, and then they collided, and we're in like some weird supernova of autism.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly
autistic
glad I never got-
supernovas in the sky. Someday you will find me.
Please stop.
I
It's a good
refuse.
song,
I
but just
refuse.
stop.
I'm glad that like I never got like super weaved out, you know, because like it meant that I was able to like develop an appreciation for like Japanese media and culture and stuff like that without having to deal with people going, "You fucking stupid weeb," you know.
Well, I
Like,
never had to deal with
with-
that, man.
I mean, yeah, that's because you were like out of school by the time you were really kind of getting more into it.
I was called a lot of things, but
like-
I was never called a weeb, except by specifically you and Zane. Nobody else
Well, I mean, like
knew what a fucking weeb
that was more
was.
of a joke, but I'm saying like I'm just saying like in general, like I wouldn't like I appreciated Cowboy Bebop, for example, but I didn't go around asking people at school, "Oh, do you like Cowboy Bebop? Fucking Spike is my fucking
Hassan.
senpai." Yeah.
I think.
Well, it's like that's not being a weeb though, because you can be a weeb and not be like extrovertedly weird with the shit that you like.
Yeah, I know. That was just kind of an example. But I'm
No,
saying like I never
I get what you're getting at, but it's like I don't know. It's like the slippery slope fallacy. It's like at what point do you become weeb?
Well, like I said yesterday, I think it's like a distinction between an appreciation of Japanese culture and an obsession with Japanese culture.
What the fuck is this?
Exactly, but like what is that line? Like, can you give a concrete example of either of those?
Well, I think like it's not something that you can necessarily point to, but I think like if you were to talk to someone, you could probably like reasonably distinguish like which one their mentality is, like kind of based on like the way how ardently they defend certain things, you know, and the way they like defend Japanese culture and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that's also a thing about just being, because now I'm starting to like think back on like any time I've seen someone called a weeb, and it really is just like how defensive they are towards that like Japanese culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I could be fucking me and like Nanashi, for example. We fucking love this shit to about the same degree.
I don't know.
But just him outwardly so it's like he's the weeb and I'm not, you know what I mean?
I mean, no, dude, you're definitely a fucking weeb. You have your keyboard on your Switch set to be in Japanese.
Are you fucking serious?
No, I could switch it back and forth. I was just fucking joking around with you that time.
Sure you.
But you were
joking
actually,
around.
he was, no, Kyrie.
No, he
was
knows more
typing it.
He knows more Japanese than I do. He's actually got a pretty fucking good grasp, honestly.
Dude, have you seen that Super Mega video where they're talking about, like, Forrest Gump learning Japanese?
Oh my god!
No.
Lieutenant Dan's like, no, it's messy, Forrest. Like, what is it? He's like, and then he's like, Lieutenant Dan, I thought there was katakana and hiragana, and then these really complicated ones called kanji.
Forrest, I know about 2,000 kanji.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
seen that. I've only just.
it's so
I've only
good.
like relatively just.
Wait, so
started
Charles, you
watching
have
Super
seen it?
Mega.
Fuck
Like
yeah,
the
I should.
past-
We watched that shit together.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw it in my YouTube recommends. That's how I first saw it.
He was showing me all kinds of hiragana and katakana. He was saying things like ho and ro.
Yeah. I think I showed that to you the last time I was in Laytonville.
Maybe, I don't know,
Oh,
maybe.
shit.
And then there's like the one shot where it's like Lieutenant Dan as like Sailor Moon with no legs.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta watch that.
I've only just
So good.
recently gotten into Super Mega because I was looking for something to fill like the Game Grumps void. Because I don't know, man, the Grumps themselves just aren't hitting the same recently.
Yeah, they have some good videos. It kind of depends on the game they play for me.
I don't know, man. It always just feels like I don't know. There's something uncomfortable between Dan and Aaron now.
I don't know. The Sonic gameplay that they did recently was really good.
Yeah, it's more recent than that. When was the last time they played a Sonic game, though? I remember them playing, like, Sonic Forces.
No, they played, what was the one they were playing, Charles?
I have no idea. I remember they dropped Sonic Adventure 2 a while ago.
They fucking did, those bastards.
Just a couple months ago. It was like the fucking one where they could, like, switch, but it's like you
Oh,
play
yeah,
as
they were
Sonic,
playing Sonic
Tails,
Heroes. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes. Yeah, exactly.
That was. They
Oh,
had some
yeah.
pretty. Sonic Hero!
yeah. With, like, and they had, like, the started from the bottom, now we hear bit throughout, like, the whole series.
Oh, yeah. And the fucking Backstreet Boys World Reunion.
What the fuck is going
man.
on? Charles, was this in the original Game Boy game?
What's happening?
I'm boring through the crust of the planet.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now you're farther than I've made it in Metroid 2.
I'm good at Metroid.
We are finally fucking
I'm
bounty hunters.
Come on, come on, come on. Let me up. Oh wait, now I gotta get back in the thing. All right.
Dude, every time we stream, there's just some people like Matt Matei, Critical, and fucking Vine Sauce.
Well, yeah, cause we're like at night. See, what we gotta do is we just gotta outlast them, cause then all the refugees come here.
Exactly. Like Critical's opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards, dude.
But he's
one's
always
gonna watch
he's
us right
always
now.
opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, that
I
shit's
know
dumb.
he is. That's the thing.
Okay. What the fuck is okay?
What'd you say?
I think I said that shit's dumb. Like, do you know about how, like, he's actually, like, legitimately influenced the, like, Yu-Gi-Oh market?
What?
He's, like, he has affected the Yu-Gi-Oh market
Oh god.
with his videos.
Oh no. Oh shit, what is
Well, no
this?
shit.
What the fuck is this? Is this another Samus? Oh, there's been like a bunch of lore I'm not reading. All right, this is gonna be a chill reading screen.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah, there's some cool shit in there.
I'm
It kind of
here for
takes
it.
the mystery of it away, though.
Yeah, this wasn't in the original game. I should assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read up on some important bits like the cholos and whatnot.
Yeah. Cholos are an important part of the lore.
Charles, what was that boss in Symphony of the Night that was, like, fucking huge? That you could never beat? That was, like, a giant Anubis type thing?
I don't remember that, honestly, but it sounds fucking cool.
It's like, it's like this, like, super tall, like, Anubis thing that you had to, like, fucking roll under its legs and shit. It was retarded. I think it was called, like,
Oh, shit! Dude, I remember what you're fucking talking about.
yeah, in, like, the upside down castle.
Yeah, that was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it was, like, one of the
God
craziest boss fights I've ever seen.
In any video game, right?
Yeah, dude.
I'm looking forward
Kinda-
to playing Symphony of the Night.
When I was thinking about that, like, a couple years ago, though, like, that boss fight, and I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be cool if someone made a game like that, like a 2D boss fighter game? Like, have bosses like that are big, but you can climb them, like Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, man.
Be fucking dope.
Dude, alright, I was talking to Kyrie about this the other day, and I want your input on it, Isaac. Because I feel like... Alright, so I was saying that the Upside Down Castle is the perfect post game because